Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, out enjoying a nice day in Colorado with the mountain biking, but today we're going to be talking about dual wielding and miniguns as developers have talked a little bit about what that could mean. I'll go over all of that. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So Baskinator did give us a little bit of a hint at what could possibly be in the future of war bonds. A user actually asked if we are ever going to get a Thief themed war bond, and Baskinator said, my lips are sealed, but I can tell you it's a good one. I'm super excited about it. It could probably work because I think our mod team can do anything. I mean, I didn't understand how some of our previous war bonds would work, and then they showed us the item concepts, and suddenly the theme is theming. So Thief war bond seems to be in the future, but the next war bond that has the dev team very excited, and I am interested to see if it does end up being one of those collaborations like that Warhammer one we've talked about. Along with that, we did talk about the brand new automaton ships coming in yesterday. They're that big new objective type things that were in the sky. This will be a new mission type. Ironsights actually showed us what it looks like when it's crashed. You can see right here, it's pretty big. It kind of reminds me of a boat, but that's probably just because it's in water, but that is something we are going to be looking forward to. That being said, today we're going to talk about some other stuff Arrowhead has discussed, which is mostly going to go ahead and be dual wielding and miniguns, because that would be absolutely fantastic. I really hope it is in that upcoming war bond, but let's go ahead and discuss what they've said. Might have already have heard this, but Pilstead the other day when talking about a minigun said would be even better. There are things we want to do before that. Miniguns as a carried weapon are notoriously problematic. You can see this in every video of people hip firing a minigun. They are more or less thrown backwards by the insane recoil. The way we would solve this is to have players be moved backwards unless they take up a steady firing position. This would probably also apply to the HMG, which was added maybe a bit prematurely. In addition, the backpack magazine is needed, and unfortunately the game currently doesn't support a weapon occupying 2 slots, which will have to be resolved before a minigun can be added. After all that is done, 5.5mm minigun will be ready to be deployed. Anybody that has any other design suggestions for how to realize a minigun in Helldivers. So it does appear that miniguns are definitely on the table, and Arrowhead has thought about it and how to implement them in the future, and they actually did just straight up say it will be ready to be deployed once they figure it out. But there was also a Reddit AMA where they just broke down a ton of the content they're working on. One is an upcoming weapon such as the LAS-13 Trident from Helldivers 1, and actually he did let us know it's on the list of upcoming weapons. He wasn't 100% sure, but it does seem like this is going to be something that comes in. It's a very powerful weapon with a good magazine size, not a ton of range, but overall it's nice to see that coming in. Along with that, it looks like we're going to get a brand new exosuit mech. And someone asked, do you plan on bringing the Exo-51 Lumberer exosuit to Helldivers 2? And he said yes, but he didn't know when. If you didn't know, this one is a bit of a flamethrower based mech, so overall will be interesting. Obviously, they've got to go ahead and get the flame system up and running. That being said, one thing that has been asked for a ton is a color mod system, and when someone asks, as a big fan of the black and yellow OG armors, will we get some version with engineer perk at some point? And the team is working on a color mod system, same as vehicle patterns for armors, he let us know, which is absolutely fantastic. But that's not all. There's a ton of other stuff the devs have let us know that we can be expecting. Interesting ones was there was a recent interview that when it comes to crossover, what other IPs would they like to see? And Johan actually said it hasn't been decided yet. He's like, Warhammer are good. Shams said he thinks Alien would be a pretty good theme. And then again, Shams followed up with that saying, I think it would be good to bring the Zerg from StarCraft. It would also be good to bring Terran Marine weapons, something like a Gauss rifle, which is kind of cool. And I don't know how they would exactly bring the Zerg. Maybe they're talking about like a future enemy type, which would be the most intense collaboration. One of the more interesting things in tying into this is Helldivers Alerts on Twitter actually said the perfect collab I've always imagined, showing a Helldivers and Titanfall 2. And then interestingly enough, it was hearted by Vince Zampella, who is the head of Respawn and was one of the creators of Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and the more aforementioned Apex Legends, the current Battle Royale game. And I actually think this would be a really cool crossover. The mechs are already existing in the game, and overall it'd be really cool. Is it likely Titanfall? I mean, very well could be. It depends on if EA would actually play ball. I still think the more likely Warhammer 40k is going to be the thing, as there is the Eviscerator melee weapon in the game files, and that just seems to be where they're going with that. Plus, right now, Warhammer does fit a little bit tighter in with Helldivers 2. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, and you probably saw in the thumbnail of this video, is it was asked the other day, I was wondering if we will ever be able to dual wield guns like the P4 Senator or the P113 Verdict. I think this will be really fun and honestly really cool. I already love these guns currently, but using two would be awesome even if they use up a primary slot. And Sham said, common question, maybe one day, alluding to the fact that they could be working on it. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, It would probably take up a primary slot if you had 2 senators, but it would be a lot of fun to go ahead and use those. That being said, there are some stuff that we've been waiting for a very long time. There's a primordial war bond that was leaked a long time ago, and in it there's a brand new type of sniper that actually has these teeth attachments on. I'm not sure if it's going to be a cosmetic that we can go ahead and attach to different snipers, or if this will be a specific war bond sniper. It also featured a primordial pistol as well, which I really hope fires teeth at the enemy. I don't know why, but I just think that would be a really cool and nice touch. I'll also go ahead and play the gameplay by Emptiness, who goes ahead and shows us a ton of the cool unreleased stratagems that haven't already seen it, and take a look at some of these.
Coming in hot. Tactical asset near your location. Deploying fortification. Deploying support weapon.
Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on dual wielding and a minigun, and also what is your hope for the next war bond? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Helldivers on the daily, and until next time everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading managed democracy.